I'd see quite a few people there. So anyway, I jumped in the ute, put on some Bob Marley, cruising, Noels SR5 Hilux, like a cab. Got there to Herman's house. As I pull in the driveway, there's Robin, Auntie Taz's daughter. She jumps out, she's doing something in the boot, she's busy there. I don't know what she was up to, but whatever. I said, hey, hello Robin. Haven't seen her for years, you know what I'm saying, over 10 years. 10 to 15 years. Anyway, I went inside. Uncle Herman, Auntie Alma. I met Rion's wife, very nice lady. Few other people, yeah, I think Uncle Derek and Auntie Taz and that, yeah. Anyway, I was talking outside with Herman. Me and Herman talking there. I'm looking for something to drink, so I'm drinking a cool drink out of the bottle, you know. A little uncivilized, but no one was too worried about glasses or whatever. Having a cigarette, talking to Uncle Herman, and we were actually having a chat about drugs, because Bronwyn used to dabble in that as well. Now we were talking about what people put in this stuff, you know, and he's telling me, hey, some people put glass, you know, and this and that and everything, so you can never be too sure what people put in this concoction of drugs when you buy it or whatever. And we were talking, and Noel was standing there. Now I can hear like people in the alleyway. It's like everywhere I go. Okay, let me just say this. For the past 2014, everywhere I go, when I was taking the dog for a walk around the neighborhood and that, I could hear these people talking to me, right? Now I thought it was just people from the hood or someone behind a bush somewhere or someone in a house. I just thought it was people that I could hear from the houses. Now I'm standing there talking to Uncle Herman and Noels there, and I can hear these people in that. It's like they're in the alleyway across from Uncle Herman's house. Or up there by Uncle Joey's house. I can hear someone talking. But I always maintain myself, you know what I'm saying? I don't carry on like, yeah, there's fucking people going around there, there's all them. Because there's something mysterious going on, and I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, so I'm talking to Uncle Herman. He's got cameras, a nice camera set up, so I'm below a camera. Didn't mean nothing to me, I just looked up and he's got the security cameras. Now Noel says to me, he didn't say nothing to me, he looks away and he's like, I'm talking to Herman and this and that, then he's like, no, you're advertising. Yeah, you're advertising now. And it's like, fuck, Craig's done this weird shit to me. Fucking Ken's done this weird shit to me. Corgi's done this weird shit to me. They fucking talk to me without looking at me, but they're saying something. You know what I'm saying? And I hear them say this shit, and what am I supposed to do? I'm in a position where what am I supposed to do? Say, hey, what was that you just said? Did you say something? You know what I'm saying? Are you talking to me? What's the goal here? What you doing? What's that? You know what I'm saying? So he says, oh, you're advertising. But he wasn't looking at me, and I heard him. Now I'm talking with Uncle Herman. We had a wake where we're grieving for our cousin and his daughter. And he's saying this shit to me, you know what I'm saying? So he's in a frame of mind where I feel like he's fucking with me. And I'm in a position where we're grieving, you know what I'm saying? It's about remembering someone, the great person that they were through their death. You know what I'm saying? We're grieving for someone, yeah, and this is fucking talking shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But I respect him, he's a grown man, and if I do anything, then what have I got to stand on? You weren't looking at me when you were talking. So if I do something to you or G you up about it, then they're just going to say, well, I didn't say nothing. Hey, what's wrong with you? You're losing it, you know? This is what I've been going through. People talking shit to me but not looking at me and actually directly saying anything to me. So I'm leaving it because there's all this mystery going on. And I was quite pissed about that. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, you're still on this level in your mind of messing with me. You know? We're not here for that, man. There's something so much bigger going on than your fucking ego. You know what I mean? Anyway. So, we all went inside, sat around Uncle Herman and Auntie Alma, my mum and Noel. I sat in the chair. Uncle Herman had a massage chair, so I sat in the massage chair, massaging for ages. It was pretty good, man. Anyway, moving on. I got off Craig at Garrett Road spots again. Garrett Road Bridge there. I think this was the last time I got off him. And he showed me, I just put the money in my hand, yeah, like that, you know, like old school players, you know. Like you walk and give him the money in his hand and stuff and this and that. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I told you all about the car wash. Because I also used to pick up with Craig from the car wash there in Belmont. Okay, anyway, let's stick to 2015. Saw Craig Thomas a few times. He used to live down the road. Used to go over to his house. And one time he's just acting a little strange, you know, but that's Craig Thomas usually. Anyway, he called me up one time to come give him a hand, move a car. His friend had a car there at Craig's house. So I jumped in that car. Craig took his car and we went to Kenwick. Now the house where his friend stays happens to be my dad's old house. A South African guy was staying there. Chiddington Street, I think it is. So I went and dropped off Craig's car there, or his friend's car. That house in Chiddington Street, my dad and him let that house to Barbara, his wife's daughter, many years ago. And he wasn't too happy with the way they were keeping it maintained. That was a long time ago, over 15 to 20 years ago maybe. Yeah, and he wasn't happy with the way they had maintained the house at that time, long time ago. So that was the same house where Craig's friend was staying. Another time was by Craig's house. He's playing the music loud, he said, about 10 o'clock at night, and he's staying there with students, you know, some Chinese students. I said to him, hey, how come you play the music so loud? He said, fucking big speakers, dungari. The students are in there sleeping. I'm like, how? He said, what kind of? He was mad. I thought that was a bit strange. Bad behavior. Then we're sitting in his room one time and it's like he's interviewing me. I saw a look of sorrow on his face, you know. It looked like he wanted to cry in a moment of time there. But I'm not sure what that was all about. I'll tell you later. Anyway. I stopped seeing Ken, the guy a couple of doors down, because the one auntie there from the flats, Lorraine, Indian lady, she's been there for about 20 years or more. She said, they're trouble, you know, they're bad news, this and that, whatever. But I got tired of him too, because he started treating me like a cunt. One time I was there, this white guy was there with long hair. They all used to get on the gear, right? And I used to get off Ken sometimes. There was a white guy with long hair there one time, and we were all sitting around the table, and he walks up, and he walks past me, and he goes, shut the fuck up. Now this white guy done that to me. The same thing everybody's been doing to me, and I'm like, I sat back, I looked at Ken, and I looked at Sam. I'm like, oh. I'm thinking to myself, didn't you hear him? Because he just told me to shut the fuck up, you know. And they carried on with their business, like they didn't hear anything, and I'm like, fuck. I'm looking at the son, I'm thinking, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? I don't even know you, man. Anyway, if I get up and do something, then I'm the guy with the problem. Because they're doing this thing now where they're talking to me, they bullying me, they're giving me shit now. Now if I stand up for myself, they're going to put the blame on me. I'm the troublemaker. Because they're going to say they weren't even looking at me, they didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're all pretending to be innocent, but they fucking bullying me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. That was another thing that happened with Ken. And he just started talking a lot of crap to me. You know what I'm saying? Calling me a junkie and a druggie and all this shit. And his wife. You know what I'm saying? Or not his wife, his girlfriend, Sam. I just didn't like his mouth. He started getting too big for his boots, so I thought, fuck you. Anyway. Now I'm sitting outside having a cigarette. If I had a scape or whatever, a cigarette, if I had a scape of rock or whatever, I'd sit there, I'd go outside because we smoked outside on the balcony by my mum's house. Now I can hear these people, except I don't know where the fuck these voices are coming from, except. It could be anywhere downstairs. There's balconies that are next to each other. So it could be someone, I'm thinking someone sitting there by the balcony talking to me. while I'm having a cigarette outside now. Nowadays, these people are saying, you feel shit, you feel shit, you feel shit. When I'm sitting outside having a cigarette, even in my room, I can hear them. I can hear them saying, you feel shit, you feel shit, you feel shit. Huh? What? Bullying me now. They're talking, hey, you got a sore hip, you got a small hip, you got a sore hip. You know, like the words, you're trying to decipher what they're saying. Sore hip, small dick. You feel shit, you feel shit. Huh? What? They bullying me now. They fucking, hey, get into me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, who the fuck is this? I'm having a cigarette. As I puff the cigarette, I can hear someone scream, wah, 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 wah. As I fucking smoke, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, and while I'm smoking too, hey, there's a fucking WRX here. Down the road. Every time I fucking go to do something, someone's screaming, or a fucking car's making a noise, or the dog's barking. Craig from downstairs, the white Craig. When I do something, boop, 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 his dog starts barking. Hey, now I'm thinking, this shit is fucking... I'm trying to maintain myself here because these things are happening every time I move or I'm doing something. So it's making me sporadic now in my movement. Like if I go to have a cigarette, someone goes, wah, 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 wah. Then it's like, you know, I'm looking like I'm fucking like a junkie or something like that. You know what I mean? My movements are all fucking like a robot. People are doing these things as soon as I move, when I go to have a drink, wah, 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 wah. So I pick up my drink fast and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make me look bad. Fucking sitting out there having a cigarette, you feel shit, you feel shit, you feel shit. Hey, I'm in a mystery world now. I don't know what's happening, what's going on. I don't know who these people are. You know what I mean? They're mind fucking me now. They're messing with my mind psychologically, but I can't say anything to anyone. You know what I'm saying? If I say, what am I going to say to someone? Hey, I can hear spooks or something. You know? Anyway, this was 2015. People started bullying me. After my hip was sore and I couldn't work, these voices are also saying to me, why don't get a job? Get a job. What? Call Craig. Because I used to get big sacks of Craig. You know what I'm saying? Well, not big sacks, like big, nice size half weights. They're saying, call Craig. Call Craig. Why don't you get a job? Bullying me now. And I'm thinking how. I felt comfortable with these people communicating with me for the last 1.5 to 2 years. Now all of a sudden it's like they turned on me. Now they're starting to, yap, they're starting to bite at me. You know what I'm saying? They know more my bras now. They know more calm and quiet. Now they're getting loud and they're barking at me. They're poking me. They're testing me now. Anyway. Now I had to start paying rent by my mum's place because she was letting me stay there and not pay rent. Because I was supposed to be on a job by now, man, working. So I'm still stuck in bloody Brownlee Towers, except no construction graph. Every time I came back from a shutdown, I've been getting these little shutdowns here and there. Every time I came back from a shutdown, the first thing I did was look for a job, a construction graph, a job, so I can go away and be on wages for 2 or 3 years at least at a time, you know what I'm saying? My Gorgon fell through, the Bechtel fell through, the FMG fell through. All the jobs that I'm looking for. But I'm getting all these little shutdowns on the side here, Transfield, West, WAS services and all this. Anyway. But I'll tell you about my jobs later. So now I'm still stuck at my mum's place. I'm unemployed now. My hip's stuffed, I can't work. So I had to start paying rent now. Now that I'm unemployed, I've got to start paying rent. How's that work? Anyway. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Anyway, my mother wants me to start paying rent now. I went to see the surgeon, Mr. Kuster, one of the popular hip surgeons in Perth. I got to the hospital there, we were talking. We were chatting about Daniel Ricciardo, the F1 driver. You know, he drives fast cars pretty much. And he was a nice doctor, Mr. Kuster. And we had an interview, this and that. I told him about my life. I told him about me dabbling in the last year and a half with drugs. I told him about I was dabbling with drugs, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Because I need to be honest with them about their treatment of me for my hip replacement. So, anyway, he was a nice guy, Mr. Kuster. Now everybody's acting strange to me this year. The lady from downstairs, Simi, Ken, Ben, which is Sam's son. Then one time I saw Ken's daughter at his house. She was sitting there drinking a beer. And she was talking to me, very nice girl, beautiful girl. And we were just shooting the breeze, and I felt a bit embarrassed sitting there talking to such a beautiful lady. Because the reason, see, I didn't look at it like this. See, Ken, actually, this was before I stopped seeing Ken, actually. Sorry, I got that mixed up there. I got to put these around again. Before I stopped seeing Ken, I was at his house one time, and his daughter was there. Now, when I go to see Ken, he's associated with drugs. I was looking at these people as a friend, Corgi and Ken, and Craig and Nick and all these people. These were friends of mine that were involved in drug dealing. Now, I didn't see that when people were looking at me, they saw me hanging out with druggies and drug dealers. Because I'm looking at these people as friends. So I missed that. You understand? So anyway, when I was at Ken's talking to his beautiful daughter, I felt embarrassed there. Because she's such a nice girl, and we're talking there, shooting the breeze. I actually felt embarrassed to be in her company. Because she knows why I'm here. Me and Ken used to be friends before we used to drink and all this or whatever. But now it became about drugs and dabbling in drugs. So I was embarrassed talking to such a beautiful lady because I know that she knows I'm here because of drugs. So I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed of that. And I was like, yeah. So I was talking to her anyway, you know. But inside my mind, I'm like, oh, this is swag, you know. It felt swag. Anyway. Yeah. So everything started becoming about dabbling in drugs, you know. But anyway, I was quite fine. Good head on my shoulders, great guy. You know what I'm saying? Dabbling a bit, this and that. But I watched all the people around me change. And they all changed their behavior towards me. Okay, anyway, if we're carrying on. Now I got onto the waiting list for my hip. I wait about a year or something. Dr. Okamoto. Next time I went to the hospital, Dr. Okamoto saw me. Chinese guy or Japanese. Yeah. Anyway, I came back from going out somewhere one time. And I saw Glenn and Ken's son. And they were giving me shit as I walked past. They going like, there's people, you know. While I'm walking past and I'm like, are these guys giving me shit? Anyway, that's what I thought. I thought they were giving me shit. Now, I had 2 guitars there now. Everybody's treating me differently. Everybody's treating me like crap. So there's something strange going on. Hey. So I'm feeling a little isolated, you know. I spend a lot of my time in my room. Because if I feel like isolating myself from the world, that's what I'll do. It's my choice, it's my option. That's not a problem. Everybody has the right to do that. So now I'm feeling that when I'm outside in the world, people are isolating me. Killing them, my brother, my mother. People are treating me a little strange, right? So I took my guitars one night. Hey, I can hear these people bullying me in the car. So I took my guitars one time. I wasn't sure why people were bullying me. And I felt like I needed to for some reason I felt that I needed to smash my guitars. You know what I mean? Because I'm feeling like people are treating me bad because there's something I've done to them, you know? So I want to smash my guitars now to show people that I'm willing to, I think it was a mental thing, that I'm willing to get rid of my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because if I've done something wrong, I don't know what it is. So the only thing I feel like doing now is smashing my guitar. So I drove down to the river. I sat in the car thinking for a while. Then I came back up to Brownie Towers, La Plaza. And then that was it. I drove behind La Plaza, then I took my guitars out and I smashed both of them. I love playing my guitars. And so I smashed both of them. Anyway. Now, on Anzac Day, I dropped Noel off. Me and Noel went to the Anzac March in the morning in Belmont. And then after that, I came home. I dropped him off to have breakfast, and I came home. Then later on, I went to pick him and Makka up and take them back to Makka's house. Makka was a Maori friend of his. He used to come over there with Brownie Towers. One day, Makka looked at me sideways like that. I was standing right there next to him in the back balcony, but this far away, and he looked me up and down like that. I was looking straight at him, and he looked at me like that. I never thought nothing of it. I thought to myself and inside, it's a little rude, but anyway. So I took them, dropped them. We all went to Makka's house that day. Now I went to get a fridge with Makka's son and Makka's son's girlfriend. We went to pick up a fridge somewhere, some lady's house. Anyway, put it on the back of the ute, came back.